should be back. Should be back online before you still die. Bad. Oh my god. I really do wish I could fix this, but it doesn't seem like I can. It doesn't look like there's a lot I can do. I'm trying a different browser. I mean, I don't think it's your browser. I'm pretty sure it's just whatever is happening right now, and I can't figure it out. I really am sorry for this. I wish I knew how to fix it. With no real effect. Yeah, again, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not your browser. I'm pretty sure it's just. I'm pretty sure it's just whatever's happening right now. I'm gonna try and like record for a TikTok too. At least there will be this. You guys will see some of the process. Yes, I'm still watching. Oh boy. Gonna mute and like just for a few seconds so I can like edit all of this together too. Stuff like this happens, yeah. It really do be happening. But it's happening really bad today. I wish I knew that if there was a way to like fix this. In any case though, is there... Oh yeah, this was a question I wanted to ask, I know there's a channel point system, and I know, I don't know if you guys are earning points right now. I can, like, redeem as many channel points as I want, but I don't actually have any, like, proper redeems. Is there anything that anyone would, like, is there anything that anyone would like as a channel thing? Cause, sneeze that ad real quick. I think that would be really fun to do. I haven't added those yet. I think I've been meaning to. I'll figure one out, I'm sure. My viewer count is just like going all over the place, and I feel so bad because I feel like people are clicking in and then just seeing like how bad it is right now, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I really did try to fix it, but it's not working. I think channel points would be a fun thing to figure out. I just don't know what to do with them yet. Maybe I'll eat a banana on stream. You know, those streaks should actually follow like the trajectory, so it's more like this actually. Something like that. I don't have any ideas now. That's okay, I need to figure out some ideas too. Trying to figure out these things here. Imagine my dad comes up here, he's like, Kyra, why is the internet bad? The internet is bad because I don't know. Yeah. I'm like so distracted by it. I'm just like, please fix itself, please. I think will look very pretty. No, but it's not quite the 3D effect that I need yet. Hang on. It would technically go over like that, I think, and then... I'm sure you guys have like only a vague idea of what's happening right now, and again, I'm really, really sorry. I think that looks a little bit more to where to what I want it to look like. Looks vaguely more 3D, I think. I like how we're on layer 26. Let's try to brainstorm some channel redeems. I think that'd be good. I have. Let's see, what do I have? I have my deck of many insults. And I think it'd be a little weird if you guys were redeeming points and I was reading insults off of them for redeeming the points. Unless we were directing them to scammers. I know that was a funny little joke that we had going on a while ago. I also have tarot cards, but I'm not super good at them. There is something here, I'm sure. Record a little bit too. Why not? We'll probably put this in where the other slot was. I think what would be fun is, we roll a d20, for a channel redeem. A very, very, very small one. And based off the number, something silly happens. I think that's looking better. Also, by the way, just... let me turn the wings back on here too. Is that gonna be visible? Yeah, there's just way too much brightness going on there, so I think I definitely need to turn these down, unfortunately. It's alright, though. Whatever works the best. I think that looks pretty good, actually, for a little fireball. Let's turn off the sketch real quick. And maybe some more lines here. Oh! Oh, wait, guys. Let me wait for it. Guys, look! We have... It's green again. Okay. If anyone's still here, please tell me that the video is... Goddamn pre-roll ads. Kira, please let me know if your subscription has run out, and I will gift you another sub just to just to see and test if we have a proper frame rate again. I think we do. I'm looking back at it. Huzzah! It fixed itself! Oh my god. Oh my god, that was annoying. I wish I knew how that happened. It looks like it just fixed itself. Like an hour before stream is supposed to end. Well, that's good. That's my troubles and concerns sorted now. Yeah, I'm happy it fixed itself too. Well, sort of fixed itself maybe. It's way better. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It says 10,000 kilobytes per second now. Thank God! It's almost like it should have been doing that in the first place. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna... That, what's it called? That tutorial Ray sent. I'm gonna have to look at that because, good lord, my subscription ends tomorrow, I think. Ah, I see. 07 to the subs. I'm gonna leave it up to you if you want it to be renewed or not. Because I know it costs money, and you know it doesn't cost money? Sitting there with ads, but it's up to you. I'm gonna try and like figure out like events or better perks to like subscribing. I just don't know like that many is the thing. But I think first off, we should definitely get some more channel point redeems. I think that will be fun. You know what? I think we'll ask on Twitter too. Oh, you know it'd be a fun redeem? I do a little like rock fact based off the rocks that I have. I think that'd be a funny thing, just rambling off of something. Or you know what would actually be helpful too? I want to learn Bisaya, right? Because that is our dialect. Like Philippines, our Our what's it called? Our national language is Tagalog. I don't know why I couldn't remember the thing. I'm blanking so hard today. Um, our national dialect is Tagalog, but my parents are from the Visayas, so we speak Bisaya. And I think something that'd be really fun is for the channel points. Maybe I teach you guys what little Bisaya I know, and because this is I am inevitably gonna run out of phrases. This is gonna force me to learn more phrases. So that might actually work out, in a sense. We'll do a free one right now. So, something that my parents usually ask me is if I'm working, like either today or tomorrow. What days are you working this week? So, I like to. The way I like to say it is, or the way I think it's supposed to be said is trabajo ko ugma alas 10 kutob alas 6:30, which you'll notice is really similar to Spanish. That's kind of we won't think about the colonizer implications of that, but it is very similar to Spanish, thankfully. So, thank goodness. Sounds enticing. Yeah, I teach you guys Bisaya from probably outdated Bisaya. I'm sure the language has changed a lot since my parents haven't been home in a while. And they probably speak the way they spoke when they lived there, which was, I don't know, a million years ago. But yeah. Trabajo ko ugma alas 10 kutob alas 6:30. That's how you say I'm working tomorrow 10 to 6:30. One of the fun things about Bisaya is, or any Filipino dialect really, is the fact that, what's it called? That, how do people, like, talk and then, like, not lose the train of thought entirely? The cool thing about any Filipino dialect is the sentence structure is completely different from English and Spanish. And you may say, well, aren't like Spanish and English like two different languages? You're right. But at least in English and Spanish, the nouns, the verbs, and the everything else go in the same place in the sentence. Or in Filipino, in any form of Filipino to my knowledge, it goes like, okay, if you say I'm working tomorrow in English, that's your subject, that's your verb, and the sort of object, I guess. I can't think of any other sentence to compare it to right now because I just gave my example. So I is your subject. Or let me do it this way. I'm working. We'll simplify it to that. Or I am working. I is the subject, am is the verb, and working is the object, right? Whereas in Filipino, it's gonna be trabajo ko. Trabajo is the verb, ko is the subject, and most sentences are like that, unfortunately. So it's like it switches. So the funny thing is about all of that is I know a lot of words. I know a lot of words, but I don't know the grammar. So I know, for example, something that I tried asking my mom once in Bisaya was, did Butters eat for the second time today? I don't know how to say that necessarily, but I do know the words for eating, I know the word for two, and I know the word for today. So I think I said something to the effect of kaon duha sa Butters, or something like that. Kaon duha sa Butters. something like that. That's not how you say it. I've essentially said, eat 2 butters. But thankfully my parents understand that I have a silly little monkey brain. And they're like, Kyra, that's not how you say that. Here's how you say it. And unfortunately the actual phrase was way too many syllables for my, again, my little reptile monkey brain to understand. Overlay, multiply. I think multiply is just better. And thankfully, they understood what I was trying to ask. So I can kind of ask that now. I'm gonna have to ask them again for the thing. One of the reasons why I want to learn Bisaya too, besides the fact that it is my parents' native language, is the fact that I really, really want to use it as like a stand-in for Infernal. Because if you go to the Forgotten Realms wiki, they have dictionaries for like Elvish, for Gith, for so many other languages, and then Abyssal and Infernal are nowhere to be seen. And tieflings are my eat doggos. No, that is not what that means! Okay, eat doggos would probably be like kaon ang iro, or something like that. Or something to that effect. Iro is dog in Bisaya. Iring is cat. But, I lost my train of thought. Okay, we do. I will use this as like a starting platform, jumping off platform though. We do eat dogs in Philippines, but I think it is a very specific breed of like street dog, I think. Like, it's not, we don't eat like domesticated pets. We are going to, it is going to be the stray dogs that you see on the street that you probably can't like save anymore. I think. Or it's the wild dogs, it was one of the two. Among other things that, this is all going back to the horrendous cannibalism rant that I had the other week. It's not as bad as it sounds, I promise you that, because again, a dog like Jimmy, we wouldn't eat that. We wouldn't eat that. We are smart enough to recognize other people's pets, and we would not eat other people's pets like that. Again, I'm fairly certain it's like a breed of wild dog that we eat, not actual canine, not actual like house pets. Like the dog doesn't just keel over of old age one day and we go, oh boy, time to put that on the table. No, that is not what we do. It is something else entirely. Do we eat cats? I don't know. I just know that there's a huge stray animal problem in Philippines. And I don't know what we do with them. It is nice though, like that kind of the kind of mindset that Filipinos have. Nothing of the animal goes to waste. There's so much that of an animal that you can eat that gets like thrown out in like the butchering stage of the animal or whatever you call it, because it's just people don't want to eat it, and I get it, because yeah, a lot of those organs probably don't feel good in your mouth or they don't taste good, but it's still food at the end of the day. Like, there's a lot you can still salvage. I remember one time my cousin was trying to debate me. Like, shouldn't it be your responsibility to be vegan to end animal suffering? And I'm like, yeah, you know, it'd be really nice if I could do that, but the problem is that I'm hilariously allergic to vegan alternatives most of the time. So I don't know what else you want me to do about that. And the best thing, I think, is to, one, find plants that humanely source take care of their animals before, you know, butchering them. Humane like euthanization. And then also, don't waste like so much of the animal. This was like, and I was just like upset that he was like saying like why should your allergies matter? Because I can't eat, or I can't eat vegan alternatives to meat products because I'm allergic to them. Like, never forget the one time when we used to have the Beyond Burger at Carl's Jr. This was before I started working there, but my dad had bought it because he was like, "Oh, this sounds good. I'm sure Kyra, Johnny, and everyone else will like that." I know sometimes before I have tricked my brain into thinking I'm getting allergies and I do manifest them, but that's on like rare occasions when I feel like I might have eaten something a little nutty. I never think that for a burger, right? Because it's a burger. What on God's earth, like what would a peanut be doing in there? So I take a bite out of it and my throat is so horribly itchy. And I'm just there like, what is happening? I have to go up to the counter like, do you know what's in this burger? Because my throat is closing up on me. And they're like, I don't know. And we looked it up. We did get the Beyond Burger, and it was using like a pea product or something like that. Something with the pea protein, which I think is something that peas and peanuts share, hence the name, and hence my hilarious allergic reactions to both. So yeah, I genuinely can't, and it's not just like the Beyond Burger too. One time I got like something that was like I didn't notice it was a vegan coffee. I just picked it up because it said, "Oh, this is a cinnamon roll flavored coffee," and I'm like, "That sounds delicious. I love cinnamon rolls." And I take a sip out of it. Again, it's the same thing. My throat is itchy, and it feels like it might close up, and I'm like, why? Just believe me, I would like to enjoy... Yeah, exactly, ouch. I would like to enjoy, like, the vegan products a little bit more. I think that'd be nice. Especially because of, you know, there's a lot of bad dairy, or bad meat farms out there. And it is hard doing all of that research to figure out, like, which ones you should be buying from. On the other hand, I literally cannot eat a lot of vegan alternatives, so... I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the animals, like, genuinely, but unfortunately, I'm built hilariously different. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think spitting out a Bisayat phrase would be fun for channel redeems. There's a few that I know. I probably shouldn't use them all today. I do like I love the language. I think it's very like clicky and bouncy in a way that not a lot of languages are. And there's some fun things to pronounce in there. So you know how a lot of there's quite a few words that you can think of that end in like an NG, like ring, or sing, or streaming, haha, right? The cool thing is that in Filipino, NG exists by itself as like a thing. I'm only vegetarian, not vegan, because that'd seem like too much for me. Oh, wow! Yeah, I get that. I had a friend who is vegetarian. It sounds like a fun, not fun, but I recognize it's like a very healthy way of living. It's just, again, I don't think my body would be able to take like the horrendous like alternative stuff very well. I think it'd end very poorly. Which, oh well, what can I do? But yeah, NG exists as its own like not necessarily letter, but it is a sound that we do. Uh, so one of the our word for Y is ngano. It's not nano, it's ngano. Like you really gotta like press your tongue to the roof of the mouth there and uh, pretend you've just finished saying a different word to say that one. I can spell it out in chat real quick. It's something like this. Where's my mouse? So that is our word for Y. The glow to say the glow on her face looks amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love highlights. This is by far my favorite part of the art of any art process. This is just fun. I think a common phrase is like when using ngano is like ngano mana or something like that, and it's kind of like asking like why are you like this, or like why this I and that's kind of just me guessing, to be fair, so don't take my word for it fully. But something my mom asks our dog Jimmy sometimes is like, "Why am I not Jimmy?" And she's like, and she does it when she like when he like stares at her. Like, he's such a demanding little dog. He really like looks you in the eye and tries to let you know that he's very disappointed in you. That's the kind of little dog he is. He's very funny for that. But she'll go like, "Hi, Jimmy, why am I not?" And it's so funny. It's so cute. Yeah, I love fire stuff like this. I think this is definitely one of my favorite things to draw, even if I don't do it all that often. Hair is in my face. It's just a very like warm and hard. It's a very warm and simple like kind of piece to make. Hilariously enough, this is one of the things that I want to end my art summary with. I haven't posted this on Twitter, but I guess I'll post a little sneak peek here. Here we go. Nope. Open from cloud. This is what happens when you really just want to have bangs and you don't put them aside. Here's my art summary page. I can show this off. Look at that. Look at that lovely display of art. I think one of the reasons why I wanted to draw Kina today is that I started the year with her. I think this was my first drawing of 2024. And I thought it'd be nice to like redraw her for the end of 2024 and see how far we've come. Which, to be fair, is quite far. I think I've made like not huge progress in art. I didn't take like any like big leaps in improvement or anything, but I think the improvement that I did do, even if it was just very little, was very is very like it was really good improvements, like just anatomy stuff, rendering. Maybe the overall art style doesn't look like as refined, but it looks, I think, so much better as it did now than it did like back then. Because look at that. I can point out so many things here. Her arms way too long. Her feet. This is still me like being stuck in like Kingdom Hearts anatomy, where everyone's shoes are ginormous. Her eyes are definitely like more symmetrical here than they were here. And then like you could just see like the progress, and it's so like it's such a nice and gradual shift to where we are now. And I'm super proud of the art summary for this year. I know Johnny got a little like sad about it because he's not super good at drawing just like on a whim like I do. he has gotten like severe art block. And I told him not to worry about it because I think me as a person drawing every single goddamn day like this is, I'm not calling myself special, but I am gonna call it like rare. I think it's very, very common for artists to get art block, especially when they go through art school, which I think might have been one of the reasons why I got scared of like doing anything like anything art school related back then. I think I just didn't want it to like hinder my creativity because it's hard sometimes to create for a class, and I get it. But what I do, posting every single day, making art every single day, that is, I don't think that's something I see a lot of artists doing, unfortunately. And I get, because, you know, it's tough. It's tough to, like, come up with something new every single day. It's tough to have, like, I have my backlog, but it's like, how much of that backlog am I actually gonna get to? And how much of it is, like, is stuff that I really, really want to illustrate. That's kind of part of the reason why I enjoy the art raffles, too. Speaking of, if you haven't participated in the art raffle, you should. We gotta end 2024 strong, because the year has been strong. Reaching so many, like, milestone goals and followers on Twitter and Blue Sky has been incredible. And then, like, reaching affiliate on Twitch, too. Like, really not that far off from when I started is actually, again, just a wonderful and incredible thing to have happened all in this year. And I just want to make sure that momentum like keeps going and we carry that into the new year. And I think to do that, I think one of the best things I can do is just like ask you guys, tell you guys like, hey, I want to make you guys some art. I also don't want to break my wrist while doing it, so here's your chance to get here's your chance to get some free art. And I love the raffles for that, because they give me something to draw. I don't have to sit there and think like, oh, like, what am I gonna do next? It's, oh, I have to draw this person's character, because I said I would. And I think that's what I love about it. It just, it always gives me, like, something to do, and it's so helpful. And I do love that I can give back to the amazing community that I have here. I did get a little worried that everything was gonna start going downhill on Twitter. And that it just was never gonna pick back up. But it's picking back up again. Thank you, Elon Musk, for ruining literally everything. I know what you did for the election. We all do, and we're not happy about it. And I did do that thing to, like, try and see if we could recount the votes, because I think it's so stupid that we paid off all those people. But, it was still, regardless, to not focus on, like, too many negative things right now, and to celebrate, because, stream is back up and running at a wonderful pace and frame rate. People can thankfully see what I'm doing again. There's just a lot for me to be, like, super thankful about this year, and, I've always wanted to, like, make it big as an artist. I don't know how big, but it's just always been, like, I want to do this. And I know that for sure. And I swear this year has been an incredible step towards that goal. Just one huge thing, and I am enjoying every single moment of this journey now. Because I feel like I have the best community on my side, and I feel like, I swear every single time something comes up, it's like, I need to repay you guys somehow, because the support is incredible, and I don't know what else to do other than draw for you guys, because who doesn't love a little bit of art made for them? 2:16. We're making good pace. I think we'll definitely more or less have this finished before the end of stream. I say that it's probably gonna take me like another hour to finish rendering, huh? And then I still want to add like the rim lights and stuff, so. I'll try and learn more Bisaya for next stream too. Something I can like tell you guys. Oh, it's gonna help me on my pronunciation too, which is a huge thing. I need to, like, it's good. I think my Bisaya pronunciation is good, but it's not like, it could be a better. It could be a lot better. Oh hey, thank you for the follow! Quicksin. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you gave me a follow, that's wonderful. I know technically I have goals that I'm supposed to be meeting, but I think Twitch affiliate is good enough for me for now. So I never like want to ask people to like sub or follow or anything. It honestly, just you being here means the world. So the fact that you even gave a follow is absolutely wonderful. Greetings from San Francisco. Oh, wonderful, another Californian. Greetings from San Francisco. Always cool to discover more artists on Twitch and see what their projects and workflows like. What kind of project are you working on today? Well, today I am drawing one of my OCs because I started the year with her. She was my first finished drawing of 2024, I think. And I think it's only fair that I draw her again, especially because I love her character design personally and the music stopped. I love her character design personally, and she deserves to be drawn again. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know how much of that, like, gratitude rant and ramble you caught, but, I am very grateful for every single follow, every single like and retweet on my art. I have a great community. That's what I've been calling them. And, there is, I want to draw for everyone so bad that I don't want to break my wrist, so there's a little art raffle going on. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna be working on this for another 40 minutes or so. Probably end like 3 p.m. 3 p.m. what's it called? Pacific time. So you should have seen it earlier. The stream quality for some reason had tanked so low. Today was supposed to be a Hollow Knight stream, actually. And what ended up happening was that the frame rate dropped so low, but people could hear me, so I was like, okay, well, if I'm just gonna sit here and yap, I might as well be drawing, I guess. And I'm too lazy to switch back to Hollow Knight now that the frame rate is back to normal. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad you like the drawing so far. I enjoy watching art streams while I work on 3D stuff at work. Oh, do you work at like a game company or anything? That sounds fun. I'm trying to think, are there any studios in San Francisco that I know of? I'm sure there is. 3D work is always like really cool. I have a soft spot for 2D just because 2D is like a huge style that I grew up with, but yeah, 3D work is also really cool. There's an animator that I really enjoy watching on YouTube before. All of his work was 3D animation, and I loved all the behind the scenes, all his sculptures, and the way he like talks about everything. Yeah, glad that you can have this on during work. What was I saying before all of this? I don't remember. Yeah, I work as a 3D character artist for the games industry. I've worked at places as EA, IMVU, and currently working at Roblox on their avatar system. Oh my god, that's so cool! That's actually insane. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so lucky. Funny story about that about game studios. I actually really wanted to work in the game design industry for a long time, but not as an artist. Which is a hilarious surprise. I was actually a computer science major in college, and I wanted to do software engineering, and then things happened. I have my comp sci degree, and I no longer want my comp sci degree, so that's where I've been at. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't an art major. I should have just gone for it. Ah, just want to put my hair back a little because it's in my face and I can't see what I'm doing, which is just a little important for when you're drawing. Just a little. It's never too late. This wasn't my first career, so it can be done. Yeah, I recognize that. I just have to... I guess I do technically have a portfolio now. But, yeah. I think I would maybe go back to school for art, but I'd have to see. Just like a small thing in community college, probably. But I'm not sure if I'm ready to go back to school. Let's see. Yeah, I did explain like earlier that I think one of the biggest reasons why I chickened out of like doing anything art related when it came to school was just a fear that it was gonna like kill creativity, or that I wasn't gonna be able to do it, or that I'm just not good enough for it. It was a whole combination of different just insecurities that I had with it all. I'm entirely self-taught because of course I am. Everything that I know is from getting like different like book tutorials, and then hoping that the Instagram art tips explore page would hand me something useful every now and then. And a lot of it is useful, but there's just a lot of it that also wasn't useful. There should definitely be like stronger light, because this is where the spell is coming from. So let me just... blur that a little bit. I can't wait to get my art summary for the year done though. I'm excited. I should also do that art versus artist thing, but I always forget. I'm a YouTube graduate myself, and I still continue to self-teach on new techniques and workflows. Oh, that's great! Yeah, see, this is the stuff that encourages me and makes me realize maybe I don't need to worry about going back to school for these. I think really just finding like learning about like basics and everything would just help me go a long way. That's what Johnny says, and Johnny's an actual art major, so... Johnny is my brother, by the way. I know you're new here. Let's see. Part of me wonders if, like, there should be, like, a cool temperature to this in any way, shape, or form. But there's so much fire here, I'm not sure if I can justify that in my head. 2:26. Just like occasionally too, I've been like recording like shots of me drawing for like a TikTok that I want to make out of this, because whoop-de-doo, TikTok is getting banned in the States. I should probably get like some ideas out before I have to find a VPN to access my app. Speaking of, I want to post my art TikToks on YouTube, but I'm very not entirely sure if, I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna get copyright struck or not. Because, on one hand, this was the audio that TikTok provided me, so it really shouldn't. But even then, you'll use the audio that TikTok gives you, and they still, like, mute it for copyright reasons. So you're just looking at them like, are you guys okay over there? So I'm just worried about that. I might try it anyways. I just have them saved on my phone. Can't be that bad. Yeah, TikTok's getting banned in the States, I think, like, in January? January 29th, something like that. I think that's the date I remember. And, yeah, it's mostly unfortunate. I'd delete my account, but, I feel like there are reasons why I shouldn't do that. Or maybe I'm mistaking it for Twitter again. I don't know. World news is confusing. I mean, I did go to art school for game and art design, but what I became successful at is because of my own self-study. I also continue to take online workshops from industry artists or affordable, trusted sources to help me understand exactly what I need to do for the position I want to work as. As long as you're disciplined enough, there are plenty of resources out there other than traditional schooling to learn from. Yeah, I absolutely agree from that. Like I said, I'm entirely self-taught. I think one of the ways that I started, there's a manga artist named Mark Crilly. I got his book when I was in high school-ish. And I did use it a bit, but that was kind of just to start learning how to draw people. And then after that, I didn't really use it all that much. Great stuff in there. Absolutely great stuff, but I think I just didn't understand the stuff when I was younger. And I don't know where the book is now, so... oh well. So yeah. And speaking of courses too, RandoWiz, which is a comic artist and an animator that I very much love and adore because he's hilarious. He's starting a course on facial expressions, which I know I want to make a comic. And I'm like, you know what? That might actually be useful. It is a pricey course though, and I'm like, do I want to commit to this? I think I should though. I think I absolutely should commit to it. It'd be nice to draw like more facial expressions that don't feel so like static. I think a big part of it for me, where I struggle with that, is just like the way that I draw eyes. I feel like when you don't connect the upper and bottom eyelid like that, there's much more room for like changing the expression. And that's where I'm getting tripped up. But I could be wrong. I'm sure if I take the course, I'll find a way. Anyways, real quick, let me just record. I'm gonna edit the thing, so I'll probably like mute for like a minute or two while I get that going. Oh, this is an unfortunate... hang on, let me zoom in so that... Okay, that's just gonna how... You guys can't... Well, I guess you can see it, because you're looking at my screen. But, like, the camera is unfortunately, like, catching this, and it's not entirely what I'm trying to do, but... I don't know. It's just silly. I shouldn't think about it. There's nothing funny about boobs. There's nothing... I swear it's not funny at all. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, trust. I should consider, like, a tripod for my phone at some point. Alright, give me, like, a minute or two. I'm gonna put this on the TikTok. this unmuted, but I am worried that Twitch copyright will smite me from the heavens if I let this play while I do stuff, so... So there's that. Okay, let me mute real quick. And we're back. Drawing behind like a camera is so hard to do. I don't know how people... Well, I'm pretty sure most people have a tripod, but I don't. It's one on, like, for my webcam, but that's it, and it's kind of attached. That's great that you're very positive about your art journey. You have a talent from what I can see, and I'm sure you'll go far. I'm cheering you on. Oh, thank you! Yeah, you know what's the funniest thing about hearing things like that? I swear, all of my parents and all of my, not all of my parents, both of my parents, and like all of my relatives, they'll see my art and they're like, Kyra, why aren't you working at Netflix? And I'm like, that's a bold statement. I'm not sure if I would want to work for Netflix. But yeah, I would love to get into the industry. It's just very intimidating because I feel like, oh my god. One of the hardest things about being me is being very confident in your art and recognizing this is good art. Like, it's simple, yeah, it's a very simple style. It's very, like, okay, how do I describe it? I just think it's, like, a lot of studios aren't looking for work like this. They want very Western designs, and unfortunately, I kind of lay between, like, Western and anime in a sense. Which, not to say that anime is bad, but I think a lot of Western media does not want this, and I'm just like, well, yeah, okay, that's fair. Also, I think this entire time I haven't saved once, so... Oh well. Let's see, I wanna try adding rim lights, I think. Probably not too much, just because... because this is already like such a bright piece at the end of the day. I'm very glad that you are cheering me on for this though, because I would love a career in art. I would do anything to stop working at Carl's Jr. Oh, that's my blur tool still. Yeah, I'm gonna be very careful with where I put rim lights exactly because this is already like a really bright piece, so I don't want it to like completely overtake the firelight. Come on, instinctual art knowledge, don't fail me now. see, like, that's good. That's good, I think. I just need to make sure I don't do it too much. Just very thin in some spots. I think this one I'll record too. This spot up here. Oops, that was a picture. I can't read. I got a little excited. You know what's funny about me not being able to read? The screens at Carl's Jr. where I work, they're so like, I don't know, they're so small, and there's so much on them, because like, it'll show like every food item for a combo. And it's so like, I don't know how I haven't been fired yet for being unable to like read through those screens as quickly. The best thing to do is take the first step, get your work out there in front of trusted sources and other artists and art directors. Don't be afraid of the feedback, it will be the thing that gets you out of the dark whether you think you're good or not. Then from there you can take the next step. Sometimes you're already in a good place and you just need to move on to the next phase. Don't stay in the tutorial level, there's a lot of the game world for you to explore, go for. That's such a cute way of putting it. I agree, I really should. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I worked 2 jobs. One is Carl's Jr., and the other is a game store. That's just my guilty pleasure hobby job because I am a sucker for anything D&D, and I would literally give anything to DM as a job. Somebody there actually left my portfolio there because one of the things that we wanted to do at the game store is start advertising or start finding more ways to make the D&D experience at the store more immersive. Because right now the store is very, very like geared towards like TCGs and Warhammer, which is nice. That's not a problem at all, but we're missing out on an audience of D&D folk. So one of the things that I suggested was, hey, I'm an artist. I do a lot of character art. That's pretty much all I do. If people want, they can get their D&D characters illustrated by me at the store, and I'll just have like a portfolio that they can look through, and if they like my art, they can like commission me. So I left my portfolio there, and I think it was last Sunday actually. There was a girl, and she's there with her friend. I had just finished running a one-shot for the store. And she asks me, hey, who's the artist behind like this portfolio on the thing? And I'm like, oh, that's me actually. And she was like, dude, this is some good stuff. And she pointed me to a lot of like Instagram accounts. She pointed me to a website where I can apply for, where I can see like a list of like every single convention that's happening for the next year, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, thank goodness, because I really want to sell art at a con one day, and like that point in the right direction was exactly what I needed. I was so thankful. So something huge that I'm going to be working on come around the new year is I'm going to be working on a lot of like very generic-ish D&D stuff. So like I think something that would be really cute is like class-themed stickers that have like the hit die of each class, and then like a lot of like decoration around it that revolves around each class. So like a druid, for example, it would be the D8. It would be a D8 with a lot of like plants and everything surrounding it. And maybe like the druid symbol, like where the 8 would be on the D8. Another thing would be for paladin, I think they use a D10 hit die. That would be like a sword and shield, maybe like prayer beads or something. Maybe like a piece of paper with like city laws on it, and have a little like paladin symbol on there. I don't know how I'm gonna do it exactly, but I have like some ideas in my head. And then I also want to make like very like generic character art posters. Not like so generic that it's like, you can find this on Google anywhere, but just like, there's one that I want to do. I had a neat idea for a tiefling with crystal horns. So like their horns are cut off, and on the stumps they have like like these crystals like grafted onto him, and I thought that would be like a really fun print to have. I am working on that one right now, but kind of putting that to the side because I got someone commissioned me for a chibi of their PNG tuber, so making sure that I'm doing that first, because that one is paid work. The others are just like fun project ideas. I do try to put like all of my clients first before my dumb art things, and I'd work on that right now, but that's on my iPad, and I don't know how to stream from my iPad, so. So here we are. It is funny though, like one of the first streams I did for this channel was just me like chatting and talking on my iPad, or drawing on my iPad, but I couldn't actually like show. I like had to like pick it up and be like, "Hey guys, this is what I'm working on," and then you couldn't see it because the screen brightness. So it was just like, well, this isn't working the way that I had hoped it to. But hey, we have a proper setup for art streams now. That's what I'm saying. A lot of aspiring artists are stuck in place because of fear. It's better to find out as soon as possible where your art stands so that you can start fixing and improving. Then press X on the game controller and move forwards towards your goal. You got this. Sounds like you already have a lot of cool stuff planned. Keep at it. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping it. I'm trying to find ways to like inch into the industry ever so slightly. I'm sure. Again, I think one of the things is just I don't know where to go for any of this stuff. There is a thing that that girl mentioned when I was talking to her too. Something called it was a thing called Lightbox, and initially I thought it was a website. Like I thought it was a forum or something, right? No, as it turns out, it's a whole art convention, and I'm just like, oh, network. I'm trying. I have a website and everything. I'm posting on as many socials as I can, as my little brain can manage, because my brain doesn't like it when I have too many social medias, unfortunately. But yeah, I do have my websites at the very least, and I think the Lightbox convention might be something I strongly consider, because that is, hilariously enough, where I'm going to meet a lot of people, or I can just pretend I'm a student at a community college and go there and hope nobody notices. It's gonna be one of the two. Probably the second one, actually, now that I think about it. That one probably costs less money. Yeah. I know something that I've wanted to post on my accounts for a little while now is, I would love, like, hey, I've done, like, my own stream thumbnails before, and if you make YouTube videos, or you do streams, and you want an artist, here I am. Like that girl mentioned, go to all the conventions so that you can talk to artists. They will tell you where you need to go and how to get there. That's the equivalent of talking to townsfolk in the nearby villages. They tell you more information about the game world and how to get to the next destination. Yeah, God knows I need that. Yeah, if anything, it's gonna be either like I pretend I'm a student at a community college and be like, hey, can you look at this real quick? And I bother one of the art professors. Because I think, from what I know, I do know that speakers go, like, occasionally, right? You know, that rim light's a bit too big. Hang on, make it smaller. It needs to be small because there's so much light going on already, and I don't want it to, like, overtake, I don't want it to overtake what's already here. Sorry, I just love making video game analogies when it comes to art journeys. No, I think it's a great thing. When you can, I don't know a lot about speaking, but when you can do stuff like that, when you can, like, just, well, the video game analogy is nice because, you know, like you mentioned, fear is such, like, a big like roadblock, right? Just like general insecurities about art, and like while I'm confident in my ability to make art, I'm not confident that people are gonna want it. Is the thing. Um, so when you trivialize that fear to like this is all networking is. You're just talking to people, figuring out how like what's the next part of the game. That's a great way to like make everything seem much smaller, in a good way, in a really good way. Because again, all one of the only stupid things stopping me is my brain telling me like your art style is very niche and people probably aren't gonna want it, which is not a good thing for my brain to be telling me. But if you just dumb it down to something more palatable, like hey, just talk to someone and see if they can point you to the next spot, that's great. Like that is unironically great. Lightbox Expos, excellent. I attended years ago. There's so many industry artists there willing to give advice and tips regarding career. They even have dedicated talks for independent artists and how to succeed. Oh my god, perfect. Alright, so maybe I will check it out then instead of breaking into a community college. That's probably better for the police record, huh? But yeah. If I'll try and figure out what the next light box is then, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Record a little bit of this too, I think. Yeah, I think a lot of what I thought would happen in my head too is I would be able to work with other creators, and I think that's still something I would absolutely love to do. Like, working with other people who make videos, because it's like, I like the idea of making YouTube thumbnails. I like the idea of working with someone who's not like a super big industry person, just because it feels like way less intimidating and more like a really good like gateway into like everything else that I want to do. Yes, take small steps and small battles to give you experience points, and little by little more confidence, you can add more points to your abilities. Yes! I love these little analogies. They're so cute. If you happen to have any like online presence or anything, I need to point you to a creator who I think would absolutely love to like interview you, because she does a huge part of what she does online is she tries to support as many artists as she possibly can. Her name is Ro Radio. She has been a wonderful person, giving like tips and everything online. I don't know if she's open for collabs right now, but I absolutely do want to shout her out, because I think I think a lot of the stuff that you're saying is definitely stuff a lot of her audience should hear too. And like I'll drop her Twitter in chat real quick. She's been because she has been an absolutely like helpful like person to all of my account growth and everything. Oh, thank you so much, Kira. There we go. But yeah, quick synth. I think a lot of what you're saying is very good advice, and I think it'd be really cool if you. Yeah, the kitty was faster. She was so much faster. You were quick on the draw. You had your hand on the pistol and everything. Oops. But yeah. I think a lot of what you're saying is a lot of stuff that she would absolutely appreciate as someone who wants to support as many artists as she can. If her DMs happen to be open for stuff like that, I would absolutely hit her up for that. But I don't know if they are. I hope they are. Yeah, a lot of what I've been trying to do um, is just like how do I want to put myself out there? And I've just been trying to find like my own little ways of doing that. And maybe it is time to just try talking to some industry people and see what to do from there. No, I'm not even in my regular browser. I mean, I would have thought you switched back to browsers when stream fixed itself, but that's alright. I swear, the stream summaries that Twitch is gonna give me, it's like, why did you stream for this long? Why weren't you consistent about it? Because OBS is stupid and dumb. I can't believe OBS would do me so dirty like this. On the day I finished my Hollow Knight thumbnail too. It's so sad. Haha, I'm an art ninja where I can sneak and help others quickly and disappear. And I'm shy when it comes to public stuff, but I'm a great cheerleader when supporting others. One-on-one. But thanks for the info. Who knows, maybe one day I'll reach out. Yeah, absolutely. And I get that. It can be a little scary being online. I personally am not worried about it because I don't think I'm ever gonna be like so big as an online creator that people are gonna be like showing up at my front door. I hope not, but it would be funny. Johnny, on the other hand, the brother of mine who is an actual art major, he's definitely way more hesitant when it comes to like online stuff, which is why anytime he's like showed up in on stream, it's just been in chat, which isn't a problem, but it's just it's unfortunate because I can't imagine like any other way you'd be able to like promote yourself besides like online. Clip that now. Years later, when you're a big artist, will enjoy that statement. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's gonna be funny. My Twitch channel has just been me saying things that I'm going to come to regret later. Not because that they were anything bad necessarily, but because I'm gonna be proven so wrong in the future, and it's just gonna be hilarious. I know one funny thing that happened once. I was like, I think I should, at one point, I was like, I think I should switch programs because I think it's time for me to get something, like a more professional software that isn't the free thing that I got off a Japanese website. And that isn't like me throwing shade to Medibang, that's me being silly because every time I go to update Medibang, their website is in Japanese and I have to guess. Medibang is a great software, but I was like, maybe it's time for me to get something like a little more like professional, and like I don't think I would have mind paying for it. So one artist that I really look up to, she uses Paint Tool Sai, so I was like, oh, maybe I should try that one out, and I didn't like it like at all. So I was just like, well, I guess we're going back to Medibang, because no way in hell am I paying for Clip Studio Paint subscription. That's insane. I'll gladly just keep doing what I have, keep working with what I have here if it means I get to make the art that I want to make with the right brushes and everything. Because that was my problem with Paint Tool Sai. You can see that my rendering is like very like I'm not bothering to like smooth that out, for example. Like I love like the rough look to it so much. So I need that kind of brush in the Paint software, and Paint Tool Sai did not have that, and I was just like, okay. I see how it is. Just about ready to wrap up too, so. Try and get through as much of this as I can, and this art should be live tomorrow on my socials, probably. I've only ever used Photoshop, did my early digital painting Photoshop. Can I share one of my digital paintings if you'd like to see? Yeah, of course! I'd love to see that. I'll show it off on stream and everything, and then I'll make all of my followers go follow you. If you're okay with that. Please let me know if you're not okay with that. I say that, I don't even know, like, what site you're linking. You allow links in chat? Yeah. It should be allowed. We linked Rose's profile just now, so it should allow. If it doesn't allow, I'm gonna be very confused. What color is this? What? How are you gonna stop Megalovania at that part of the song? Discord at... Oh. Oh my god, that's incredible! Wait guys, look at this. How am I gonna do this? One of these is the... That's not it. Or maybe that was technically it. Hang on. OBS over here. This over here. That's so cool. Hang on. There we go. Oh, you can see my desktop. There we go. Ah, that's gorgeous. I love this so much. All the detail in the hair. You can see the freckles on her face. And on her skin. That's so cool. That's actually incredible. Of a Chinese fashion model, Du Huan. That's so cool. I think this model should frame this on her wall because this is actually, like, so good. I could never. Yeah, this is gorgeous. She should frame that. I think that's a great way to end off stream too. So this is where we stopped. I'll work a little bit more on this so that we'll get everything figured out and posted for tomorrow. I have to go back to work tomorrow. Oh well. But yeah. So that being said, announcements. I said I could never before I made the painting. Mood. No, I genuinely don't know how to do anything like super realistic. I should learn. But am I going to? Debatable. I'll learn at some point, sure. So it's 3 o'clock. It's just about 3 o'clock. Announcements. I have my art raffles going on Twitter and Blue Sky. As a reminder, one winner will be drawn from each site every Monday up until the 6th of January. So you have 2 chances to win for each part of the raffle, which should be very exciting. The prize, once again, is little gift-wrapped chibies, because who doesn't love little chibi characters? They're so squishy and marketable. So, that being said, next stream, Thursday night, 10 p.m. Me and Clive will be back with Borderlands, and hopefully OBS will not be shitting itself at the start of stream. I hope so. Otherwise, it's gonna be really sad. Thanks for the stream. It was a great pleasure meeting you and hearing your story. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to seeing you move forward in your art journey. Finish the game. Yes, I will finish the game. And thank you for stream. Yes, and of course, thank you, both of you, for sticking around. In spite of all the technical issues, I am grateful that you guys stayed, and I am grateful that the stream eventually did end up working. So, I look forward to seeing you guys again Thursday night, and if not, no biggie. I understand that it's late, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!